Good morning, students. My name is Dr. Jatin Kapadia, and I'm an assistant professor in Power University. Okay, so today's topic that I have been given is stress and intonation. Now, this is something very important when it comes to communication. When we talk of language, this intonation and stress, they both play a vital role in our communication. Now, these you need to understand. Many time when I see students, especially when they come from a vernacular medium, for them it is very difficult. It becomes very much difficult for them to understand this stress and intonation. Second thing is that when we talk of stress and intonation, there are rules, and in every way, I guess everywhere it's not followed. Let's say some rules are followed in some countries, but in other countries it's not followed. So these also you need to understand. Now, when we talk of stress, this thing you need to understand that language is something. It's first of all that you need to find a motivation. Now, without that motivation, I guess language learning would be a bit impossible. People have their own motives, objectives in terms of learning languages, right? We'll come to this topic, stress and intonation, but I have to explain this thing in a very brief manner, that why languages. So before we talk of this, before we go to this topic, want you to aware about it. You see that throughout the world, let's see in India especially, when we talk of languages, we have more than, in our constitution if you look at, we have more than 22 languages they have been scheduled for this. Now, every language has its plus and minus points. When we talk of this stress and intonation, this is one aspect of language, and it's not only in English language this exists, but in other languages also this exists. When we talk of Gujarati, Hindi, Sanskrit, right? So people have this tendency of speaking stress and intonation. Before you learn this, I wanted to focus on the words and the intonation. Second thing is that you need to have good knowledge of dictionaries. Let's say if the dictionaries are meant for communication, just meant for communication, then I would say what dictionary you should use, right? So a good dictionary will give you everything: stress, intonation, tone, pitch, everything. That now there are certain things, when we learn things theoretical way, we also need to learn those things in practical way. Now, stress, we're talking about not that stress where when you have this examinations and some other things are coming over. So that's not the stress here. You need to understand. If you directly go to this, if you directly start learning this stress and intonation, I guess it would be inappropriate. And the reason is this: they need to have the knowledge of stressed and unstressed syllables. Now, before you go for this topic, you need to have a thorough understanding of the syllables. In order to sound melodious in language, we have three more major aspects. One is melody, or you say rhythm, then pitch, and then this intonation. Now, when we talk of this intonation, we put it in a very simple words. Let me put it in very simple words. See, one is rising, so it will rise like this. Second is falling, and third is falling, rising, like this. So it's not just three. This is for the students who just have been introduced to new languages, I guess. Otherwise, there are also many, and I would say in this regard, even lot of research is to be done, that how many aspects could be there in intonation. Now, intonation is something very much important. The reason is this, that intonations and stress are the most important aspects. When, let's say, you might have heard speeches of somebody, right? And you would love this to hear from someone. The reason is the melodious sound they produced. Now, we always say this melody and rhythm, they are not taught in classrooms. They are something that you learn through observations. When you notice someone, let's say, in a movie, you must have seen somebody's dialogue delivery. You like somebody, the way people delivers. In romantic movie of Shah Rukh Khan, you might have heard saying different dialogues. So you love it. We watch it. We get fascinated. The reason, the reason is that melodious. So it's just not why we go to watch cinemas. The reason behind this is that we love watching those things. And there are n number of different technical aspects of language, so they have the mastery over it. Let me recommend one movie that you must watch, The King's Speech, right? And you will find the journey of a common man to to be a face of a public speakers, right? So in that movie you will find the real taste of language and how difficult for someone to produce the sounds, the right words, right? So just let me begin again. Let me get back to the history, and then we'll come back to this topic so that you can understand. See, if I'm not wrong, I guess we have, as per the Hindu mythology, we believe in the Gita, and the Gita, we believe that there are more than 86 lakhs or more than species exist. Now, in this, people have their own way of talking, but only humans, the scientific name is Homo sapiens, can produce these sounds, and we have been given this unique voice box. Now, just like your tongue impression, just like your cornea and your this, what do you say this? Fingerprints. Yes, this fingerprints, even our voice box are unique. Like I guess in the world we have, I guess, more 8 billion people, 800 crore plus people are living, but you will not find any match, single match. But people who are I would say people follow mimicry artists, I would say, they have mastery over this, right? So they may copy the sound, and you will find many times, you will find an advertisement of your radio Mirchi you're listening to, and there somebody in middle of it, Amitabh Bachchan will come and say, maybe give you advice or suggestions for getting vaccinated, right? So this thing you need to understand, that the artists, the RJs, radio jockeys and video jockeys, they've been trained in such a way so that it becomes very easy for them, right? Let us get back to that. This sound, this is voice, and this voice is the unique identity of ourselves. Let's say you want to get the best version of yourself, what you going to do? So first of all, when we took Lockheed, see, the language improvement is needed in order for getting jobs. Now, different people have different motives in different countries, right? Maybe somebody wants to learn English in order to make career. Maybe somebody wants to learn English. Maybe you want to teach someone, right? So n number of aspects are there. Now, when we learn something, when we go for this, your motive plays vital role. That what exactly, why you want to learn language. When we want to learn something, when we want to teach something, and we learn that thing, I guess where we give our 100%. So whenever in terms of language you are learning, I suggest you students that you please learn from the perspective of the teaching, not from the perspective of getting marks, getting some numbers, getting some degrees. There you will not get. You might be thinking that I may be stretching this little bit, but this stretch is very important, I would say. This is something very important aspect of language, right? So whenever I introduce any topic, before that I always introduce this thing. So first of all, you find that motivational source, right? that continuous motivational source, that why you want to learn language, and then you start learning language, and then you will find such, if you have this urge to learn, I guess these topics where we say some difficult stress and intonations will not have. Here in this lecture, I'm going to tell you everything step by step, that how you're going to learn stress and intonations, and how stress and intonations can improve your speech. And people not know you this, people will recognize you by your voice. So are you interested, like sounding like Amitabh Bachchan or some other speakers? Then these are the ways that you're supposed to follow. No, just not kidding, don't take it otherwise. But yes, with practice, it makes men perfect. Fine. So let us just try to understand. So we were talking about this, the voice boxes, right? We are unique voice boxes we have been given. We need to train our voice for this thing, the way I have trained myself. When I let me tell you the class I was in when I had 12th, and when I used to listen to the other speakers, where I still remember that I got fascinated by those speakers, that my God, my ideal is Dr. Shashi Tharoor, right? The way he speaks, he enters in this class, and the level of words he uses, I would say. So they are something extraordinary. Now, if you want to be an extraordinary speaker, if you want that somebody to listen, they'll come to you and talk to you for this. Yes. So these steps are to be followed. First of all, let me get back to the history and that. So you might be thinking that how language came into existence. So nothing but just some theories are there, right? Just like that, we don't know where we have come from and will go. In the same way, when it comes to sounds, you can say that so and so scientist come up with intonation, or so and so scientists come up with preposition. Some other things are there, right? So that is not the right thing. Okay. Anyway, let me tell you this thing very frankly. When it comes to learning language, the real urge, like child, you see, when you see the child, and child wants to learn the language like anything, yes, he always observes. He has this keen observation. He always listens to others. And after listening to them, what happens? They start speaking. They want to learn this thing. So once you learn this thing, I would say the very moment you start observing, right? You need to listen to in a very concentrated way, right? You have to have this concentration, otherwise you would lose this. Fine. So the first thing, that you understand the logic. Many time I come across certain students where they come up with this issue, sir, how come we remember the stressed and unstressed words and syllables? It is so difficult. I do understand that we don't, and no one has this memory that we looking for, right? But when we do a logical sequence, when we remember things in a logical way, I guess there are chances there you can learn these things, right? Okay, come back to this point again. Before this learning, you need to have a good dictionary. Now, when I say good dictionary, I don't name somebody dictionary, but don't go for the local dictionary. I would say go for somebody, something extraordinary, and where you go for the advanced learner dictionary. People have different motives. Let's say somebody is doing BCom and wants to go for some easy understanding dictionary, and will find it and they'll read it. Fine, it's okay. It will be workable. But I would say still, well, you must buy some dictionaries where you will be introduced to the every structure of words. Now, you might be thinking that why so much things to be learned when it comes to learning a foreign language. Yes, you learn the mother tongue in no way, because you're not formally taught somebody. Yes, you had that subjects. I do understand in your this primary educations or other education, college education, you had this. But let me tell you this thing. It doesn't make any difference at all when we talk of some mother tongue and other tongue. The process is something very important. In mother tongue, we learn something very unconsciously, and we got mastery over it. But I'm not saying in terms of literature. I'm saying in terms of communication. Now, communication and literature both are something different. Communication, when you convey your idea, and language combines this, that okay, if your communication is done, your job is done. Let's say, let me tell you this thing. You might have heard about this, the people who coin these words. They make these words. What are they? They are called lexicographers, and the dictionaries also can be called lexicon, right? So the people lexicographers, who are they basically? So let's say in some part, in some country, in some region, let's say 15,000 people speak a particular word in a particular way. So that word can be a part of our dictionary, and we need to accept it. Now, the thing that we also need to understand, that the word that is been added into the dictionary has its own characteristics. I told you, languages have their own characteristics. You need to keep in mind, guys. Fine. Now, this is one more characteristics. Intonation is also one of the characteristics, one of the important characteristics, where in speech it plays a significant role, right? Okay, let me again get back to that, and then we'll come to the topic. Don't worry, this is something very important. I would say you might be thinking that well, this topic will begin, but I'll rest assured. I'll just begin with it. But this is what you need to learn, I would say. Fine. See, when we talk of this language learning, you need to have an urge, unfathomable urge to learn the language. And once you have this, automatically everything will be okay. I guess you will not find that much difficult. Students, especially coming from vernacular medium, when they expose themselves, you need to expose to the other speaking, right? Dictionary I was talking about, right? I should not forget this. You should have advanced learners dictionary. Either you buy Oxford or Cambridge, and they will find that everything that I want stressed. Now, before buying dictionary, you just go to the index pages, and you will find the detailed instructions. And if you miss those instructions, let me tell you, then stress and intonation won't work for you. Intonation might, but stress won't work for you, because you need to understand. You need to understand the syllables, that how many syllables words have, right? Now, we are not talking about some accent. I'm not talking about some American, British, Australian English or something like. Here, whatever whatever the contexts I've been providing, that is, you need to understand, which are not to be understood by you. Fine. When I talk of the context, students, be careful. See, the two things when it comes to language learning are very important, and which is presence of mind and the context. If you lose that context, you won't understand the sentence, right? So this you need to understand. Stress and intonation. My question, you just think it, that do we, like, intonations can be different from country to country? You might be thinking like this, that okay, yes, they do. And the reason is because they have varieties of ways to speak, right? Do intonation and stress follow? Certain rules? Stress do follow, but when it comes to intonations, n number of things are the people have mastery. People, so many speakers in the world are there that they can make it. Now, here the way I'm going to teach you, it will be very, you love music, right? So in a musical way, in a very melodious way, you will love it. See, language, alphabets, words, sentences, paragraphs, and essays might be, and then maybe novel and some other forms will come. I want you to understand this thing, and the thing is that how language can be learned. So the first thing, your motivation. Second thing, you learn language in a structural and a logical way. If you won't learn it in a structural and logical way, then again there will be a lot of, you always see that I believe in smart work and not in hard work. So you believe in smart work, then try to learn languages in this logical way, and you will be able to recall all those rules and regulations that I was talking about. Here in 1 hour, I would say it would be impossible to cover all the aspects of the related things, but I'm gonna try my level best. So that's why I just come up with this little bit introduction of the language, right? That you might love it and try to understand this perspective, right? Now, the thing that you need to understand after dictionaries, always buy good dictionaries. Okay, yes. Now, as you have with the world of technology, even I would say you can online through online you see the dictionary, and in dictionaries you will find lot many aspects are there. Even you click it, there are two different sounds that you can see. One is of based UK sound, and second is of US based sound, right? So there you also can learn, I would say. Okay, now online site, as long as these things are there, the things that we will be looking for in terms of syllables and there they are there, but the right dictionary will guide you for the syllable, stressed and unstressed syllable, right? Now this thing you need to understand, I would say, and the reason for this, and this that you are supposed to recall this as and when. Fine. After buying dictionary, always use that how do you sound. You might not heard about you, so kindly record yourself that how do you sound to others, right? Record a speech, ask a friend, break a conversation with somebody else, some of the teachers or somebody. I would say if we want to learn things in a very logical and psychological way, find opposite partners and you will love it. You would love to talk to them, right? A boy talking to boy, they may find a casual talking, but a boy talking to girl may be sincere, something else, something new will come up, right? So that is something very important that you should be learning. Fine. When I talk of this opposite learning, the opposite partner, finding opposite partner, the reason it's very logical and it's very natural that you automatically generate interests into others, and when we want to share interests, the communication we don't need to think of opening up those things. We keep on saying this thing, right? So this you need to understand. Fine. So this, after buying dictionary, you need to have this mobile everybody has. You start recording yourself and how do this sound, whether they are getting or not, and then this learning will start. So we talk of voice, we have discussed of the language, that how language came into existence. Nobody knows, certain theories are there. One of the theories, let's say Bow theory, is that maybe as we consider dogs there's our loyal animals, and they when somebody found in some country in some ages that he made a sound, he was able to make the sounds, and then how this language came into existence. Fine. So this is where you learn. Languages do follow certain scientific ways. So if you follow those principles, languages will be very much easy, right? And this stress and intonance, whatever I am saying, is it's very much important and it's directly related to this. The reason is this, that it requires logical understanding. Now, intonation is related to music. If you love music, for learning intonations, you won't take much time. Stress is something that you need to have logical, you need to have a dictionary, a good dictionary, I would say. I refer to Oxford, Cambridge and Colin Scofield. These are my favorite dictionaries, and one of that my personal uses is Longman's Active Learner Dictionary. The reason is because I learned those words I don't need to prepare for the lectures if I have to go, because I have this own content, I created this own content, right? So that can be there. Fine. So let us talk about this, something very important, stress and intonation. We have talked of dictionary, we have talked of this language existence, we have talked of your interests, and we have also talked of understanding scientific ways and using them. This now, as a teacher that I have talked of, now as a student, how do you understand this, as I have talked of? But as a teachers you need to be very much observant, that how do students communicate with one another. You have to design certain activities. If they are vernacular medium, I would say, then you have to also have this knowledge of this vernacular medium. And if you don't have, then there are chances that you might lose this, right? So this thing that we have talked of. Now let me begin with this stress and intonation. So let us begin the topic, and here is, okay, I guess on your screen its stress and intonations. Okay, thank you. So now what this intonation is? First we'll go to the dictionary definition and then we'll begin this. So the English language is often referred to as a stress timed. This means the stress is in a spoken sentence occurs at regular intervals, and the length it takes to say sometimes something depends on the number of stressed syllables rather than the number of syllables itself. Now you need to understand this, that what exactly a stress time language is. It's a language where the stressed syllables are said at approximately regular intervals and unstressed syllables shortened to fit this rhythm. Stress timed language can be compared with syllable timed ones, where each syllable takes roughly the same amount of time. Now let me give an example for this. Let's say beautiful, right? When we talk of this, beautiful, that there are how many syllables? You need to find out. Beautiful, there are 3 syllables, right? Let's say men, woman, men, 1 syllable, woman, 2 syllables, right? Light, let's say a TV screen, screen, 1 syllable. So how will you find it? Always refer to Good Dictionary. See, now the word, let me explain this, the stressed and unstressed word. Let's say the example that I want a glass of water, right? I want a glass of water. So here the stress syllables glass and water. So I want glass of water. So glass and water, they are to be stressed. The reason is that we are talking about the sentence. I have taken the examples of the full sentence. So first of all, you need to learn stressing the words. And how would you find that which words of which syllable is to be stressed? Look at the dictionaries. Looking at the dictionaries, you will understand that this is where you learn languages, right? When you look at the words, you will find that there are these words to be stressed. Now stressed varies from sentence to sentence, and these also stressed varies from syllable to syllable. Now Good Dictionary always define you. Second thing is that in some, I would say, you will find some differences in UK and US English, where certain words are stressed and certain words are not stressed. Now here 2 categories that you need to understand. One is this, I would say, stressed and unstressed. We have 2 categories, and one category is, yes, we need to divide the sounds in this consonants and vowels, right? And after this consonants and vowels categorizations, n number of things to be can be done, I would say. Now this, try to understand this, that how this came into our existence. You see, when there are vowels, you see, when you look at the words A, E, I, O, U that we have been teaching, right? Though there are 12 pure vowels and other things are there, 20 I guess. But here in this sense, this for basic, I would say A, E, I, O, U, and where they come in between this, let's say the language itself, the word language. So you can see the spelling LANGUAGE, language. So here you see, you will find 2 syllables, language, right? The reason is that there are 2 here in the words itself. You will find A, E, I, O, U 2 times. In the same way, where, right? Where. So here you find only one, WHE, and that is A, E, I, O, U. So this you find. Fine. So this thing in syllables that we have talked of, even if you contact me, I would love to teach you that how these things can be learned. It's not this, just for example I have been teaching, because it's difficult for me to cover the whole of thing in this. Fine. So now you need to understand this, that intonation plays vital role, but before that, learning stressed and unstressed syllables is also very important, because this is where you get the melody. These are the stepping stones of learning the rhythm of language. So when you listen to someone, you will find that there is a rhythm. Let's say you maybe for you my speech is boring, because I may be repeating the same thing or something like this. Here you need to understand first thing that, see, language needs a lot many practices. Stress and unstressed syllables, right? It may for like it may for a couple of weeks you may get stuck in somewhere thinking process that what is happening and what words to be stressed and why to be done. So two ways are there. Either you expose yourself to the worlds of the Hollywood movies from made in UK, US, Australian, and you follow the rules. So either you follow the rules and then you learn, and you just put yourself into the situations and you start following the rules. Both we are okay. There is nothing wrong and no faster, or people have own tendencies. I have my own learning space, speed, understanding in terms of language, and you may have. So find out. It's not that we always follow somebody else's speaking. So that is not to be done, I would say. Now you keep this thing in mind, that when it comes to language learning, this important things, they are very much important. Fine. We'll go to this. Yes, next slide. Okay. A syllable time land language is language whose syllables take approximately equal amounts of time to pronounce, and it can be compared with a stressed time language where there is approximately the same amount of time between stressed syllables. Learners whose first language can be described as syllable timed often have problems recognizing and then producing features of listening such as contraction, main and secondary stress and elision. English, German and Arabic are examples of stress timed languages, while French, Spanish and Japanese are syllable timed. Yes. Now these are nothing but varieties of languages, and when you start learning in this way, I would say a number of things can be there. Let us go to the next slide. Now here you can see this in this representation, intonation. Now this is the basic thing that you need to understand, and I guess I don't know whether you will find out, son. Try saying each one of the 4 sentences below in 4 seconds. Now this music is to be produced by you and this is to be learned by you if you are really interested in learning. See, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, 1, 2, 3, 4. Right. Now in the second line, you just along with when you are watching this, follow me. Repeat the same thing. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now go to the second line. 1 and second and third and fourth. 1 and second and third and fourth. Now go to the third line. 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4. 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4. And the last one, 1 and then a 2 and then a 3 and then a 4. 1 and then a 2 and then 3 and then a 4. So you may guess that what I have been doing, right? This is nothing but I have been producing the rhythms. I told you that intonation, when you want to understand intonation, you have to catch the rhythm, and rhythms can be in any way, right? Then we'll try to understand that how questions are being asked. Let's say my name is Jatin. My name is Jatin. I am finishing my sentence here. This my statement is my name is Jatin. Right? You get it. By Jatin sound, you get it that now sentence is ended. My name is Jatin. The rhythm. Are you getting? So you might be surprised. You might be anxious to know that what has happened. All of sudden sentence got broke. Maybe something left. Right? My name is Jatin. Yes. So am I asking question to myself or am I asking question to you guys? This you need to understand. So in this way, intonations can be n number of ways. When it comes to teaching and learning, I would say I appreciate for these things you need to have mastery over it. And I would say there are no rules followed, because there can be so many interpretations when it comes to intonation, that why something came into our existence. My name is Jatin and I am from so and so country. I am so this. I am from that. I do this. I do that. I'm okay with it. I am okay with it. Let's say I want. Now the same sentence, you see now with intonation that you understood. So falling, my name is Jatin. This is falling, right? First we need to understand the first one, falling. My name is Jatin. Rising, my name is Jatin. See, right? And you don't have to all of a sudden, it's not happening. Slowly and gradually, it is going up and down, right? Up and down, this, up and down, and also many things can be there. My name is Jatin. This is flat. Are you getting? This is flat intonation. My name is Jatin. Every word, I do not stress something, unstressed, everything is fine. So this stressing and unstressing, this is what we learn, and this is what a good speaker does when he or she is delivering the great speech. This you need to understand. Now this 1, 2, 3, and 4 that I have came up may be different through different maybe learn piano and they will find, yes, and then you will find the rhythm. The same rhythm can be applied when you learn intonation. Fine. Let us look at. Let us try to understand through more examples. The 4 sentences take the same length of time to say, and you will notice the numbers are stressed and the unstressed words in between are said much more quickly in order to keep the rhythm of the language. Yes. Now, when you learn this, you need to understand there are 2 words. One is this content words, and seconds are functional words. What are the content words? Content words are the words which will come. You will see the verbs, adjectives, adverbs, and they are the important parts of the sentences. When we talk of the this functional words, we talk of prepositions, we talk of interjections, and some other words, right? So when we let's say this simple sentence, I want a glass of water, right? So here you see the glass and water. I, glass, and water. They are content words. So I want a glass of waters. I want a glass of water. So and water. Yes, there are also weaker sounds are also there. I do understand, but I guess I am not going to introduce to them, because you see this is something very beginning, and at the very beginning, if I give you all the rules, you will hate it. So I don't want you to hate this thing. This is something very important that you must understand, as long as this intonation is concerned, right? Okay, I'm very sorry, just got excited, because this is something where I love to teach. This urge that you should have, the teacher should have when they are teaching to their students. Until unless you don't have this urge or this energy, they won't understand. Fine, let us come back to this. In other languages which are not stress time, the stress would fall more equally on each word and syllable. In Gujarati, yes, you might have heard people saying, and you might watching movies of Gujarati, the people characters, they have their own distinct sounds, and through the distinct sound they stretch it, right? When mother is scolding a child, she has her own tone, and through that tone, through that pitch, high pitch and rising and falling and rising, child get it. Even like if you have if you have dogs, so you think that dogs can hear, but they understand the sounds of falling and rising, right? So they may say if the sounds are getting fall, then they fall in the ears, then they'll get it. Okay, that my boss is maybe a bit hungry or angry or something like this. So this is what they evaluate. So even if the animals can do this thing, I would say, it's easy for students. Fine. So the content word and the functional word, that you need to understand. Now let us try to go to the next slide. Okay, now this sentence stress that we are talking about, stressed words found in a sentence. Now words can be stressed along with this. There are whole of the sentences can be stressed. Now don't come up with one thing that when words get stressed, every word to be stressed. Not at all. If you do this, again you will sound something very awkward and people won't get you, right? Let's say many times you might come across a foreigner and you said something, you are good in English, but when you said something he didn't get it. Whose fault it was? It was yours or it was yours? No, it was nobody's fault. It was the fault of your stressed and unstressed syllables. Yes, because you didn't provided the stressed where they need it, because language needs rhythm. Language needs this melodious sounds to come out. And why would people listen to you? People will come to listen to you when you can produce this stress. Fine. So this you need to understand stretched words and finding in a sentence. Let us try to find out. Sentence stress. Where word stress is the accent on one syllable in a word, sentence stress is accent on certain words within a sentence. Often considered to be the rhythm of English. The rhythm that I was talking about. Yes, that you will understand. Google it out, the definitions of rhythm. I would always say that when you learn word, always look for 3 to 4 definitions from different varieties, different resources. There you will improve your understanding in this. Stress timing can help speakers communicate meaning. Learners need to be made aware of the fact that the way they say something can affect its meaning. Yes, stress timing can help speakers, because there is a meaning to be said, right? Many times you find speakers saying something else. Okay, and I would like to finish here. I would like to finish here. See, the same sentences can be produced and n number of meanings can be conveyed. So as per your understanding, you will come up with something that maybe sir is surprised, maybe sir is angry, maybe sir wants to sir is anxious, or some maybe sir is got stuck somewhere, maybe sir doesn't know anything. So that kind of, that many interpretations can be there in this regard. Fine. Well, 2 types of words that we are talking about, this content words and structure words. The content words, which are the main words of sentence that have sense or meaning. Yes. And the structure words, these are small, simple, not very important words that make the sentence grammatically correct. Now, when language, in both of those things, content words and structure words play vital role in producing the good speeches. Fine. 2 types of word in a sentence: sentence stress, content words, structure words, and time between stressed words. Yes, let us look at this one by one. The specific rules, there are many exceptions to these rules. These rules are for formal or neutral states. As I told you in the very beginning, that when we are talking about the stress, there are rules to be followed, and there are many times rules are not to be followed. It has to deal with the number of situations, and in number of situations, number of rules can be followed. Sometimes the people don't follow, but all in all, if they are able to convey this, then there are chances. Fine. Content words stressed and structure words unstressed. See, content words are always stressed. This you need to understand. And structure words, they are unstressed. So time between stress, let's say let me again get to that example, that I want a glass of water, right? I want glass and water. What are they called? They are called content words. So I want it's, what is it? It's structure word. Glass of water, of preposition. What is it? Structure words. Yes. Now, yes, it may sound a bit difficult in this very when we are just introduced yourself to into this language. Fine, but I would say just keep on listening to this, keep on watching the. You see that I would say consider yourself lucky that you are born in the era of web series, where you will find a lot of web series, and that you can learn languages. Even if you go for certain 2 to 3 web series, I guess you can learn this. So either you follow the rules and you go with this things. Fine. Content words. Main verbs, you can see this: sell, give, employ, and all of the verbs, they are of content words. Just I'm talking about that. You might get stuck in between. That's still more elaboration is needed than here it is. Nouns. Car, music, marry. You might have come across the 5 types of nouns, and this concrete nouns and countable and uncountable nouns. And I always give this method that it's abstract nouns, proper nouns, common nouns, material nouns, and one more is left, right? So there are 5 types of basically that you're supposed to remember. Okay. Adjectives. Rate, big, interesting. These are the adjectives, and adjectives are also considered content words. So these also words are stressed. How do you find it in dictionary? Adverbs. Quickly, loudly, never. Negative auxiliaries, don't, and can't. Now I would again say this, that in India people say cannot, are not, and do not, right? And if they are good in English, they will say don't. And again, if they want to follow some accents, then there are chances they don't fall into this. Fine. Let us go to this next slide. Pronouns. I, he, she, we, all those pronouns, they are will be the structure words. Prepositions. On, at, into. Articles. A, n, the, and the heavier and the lighter. Conjunctions. And, but, because. Auxiliary verbs. Do, be, have, can, must. And to be as a main verb. To be as a main verb, that you also need to understand. My name is Jatin. So here to be is the main verb. My name is Jatin. Right. So these all are structure words. Let me again repeat. Pronouns, prepositions, articles, conjunctions, auxiliary verbs. How many auxiliary verbs are there? We don't have a count like on this, right? There are more than 17 plus semi-auxiliary verbs are there, right? And also need to keep the both forms passive and active, right? In the same way, sentences passive and actives, right? So these are the structure words. So when you look at the structure words, you don't stress them in sentence. When you look at the content words, you stress them as per their stretch. Now, after learning this, but what exactly you want to convey, that you will also understand, and there you will love in understanding intonation. You will fall in love with intonation. Yes, because you know that you have understood the structure of stressed and unstressed syllables, stressed and unstressed syllables. Now the sentences, and 2 categories to be followed: content and structure. I am repeating so that you can get it. Many times it happens. Repetition is the thing. Repetition is the way to learn language. I would say one of the ways of learning languages. Exceptions. You can see this exception. Occasionally a structured word is stressed to correct information. Yes, this is nothing but exceptions. Let me tell you this thing very frankly. It's a little secret that you need to remember. This English language is full of exceptions, and the many exceptions you learn, the mastery you will have it. Yes, the many more exceptions you will learn, you will have a mastery on it. So yes, this thing you need to understand. Have you seen my shoe? Yes. Have you seen my shoe? You see, you can see this, sin and shoe. Now, let me repeat this. Have you seen my shoes? No, I haven't, but she has. Yes, you try to understand this thing. If you have gotten, then you will understand the intonation. Have you seen my shoes? Have you seen my shoes? Have you seen my shoes? These 3 patterns are there, you see, and I am stressing different words. You, sin, and shoes. Right? No, I haven't, but she has. Okay. Can you do the dishes after you have finished your lunch? Can you do the dishes after you have finished your lunch? Can you do the dishes after you have finished your lunch? Can you do the dishes after you have finished your lunch? Right? And see that how many interpretations can be there when you just change. What I'm doing, I'm just stressing one after one word. And the same rhythm that you learned, if you can remember, let me just go to the back slides, that this is what the pattern that you have been learning. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 in the same way. When you are learning intonation, try this way and you will find that yes, this is something very fascinating. Yes, I do understand that there are certain see for the trainee teachers, I'd suggest that always have this experiment on yourself. Yes, and if you can prove this experiment, right, if it's beneficial, then obviously it's going to beneficial for the students as well, right? So this you need to understand. Let us get back to the slide again. Otherwise, okay, fine. Now you can see this exceptions we were here and yes. Now these examples are there and you will learn it. So whatever the stress, you also repeat along with the video, also repeat. Repetition is needed. I didn't say he stole the money. 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 And I didn't say he stole the money. So I am stressing. Along with that, I am also stressing the words, and the stress is very something important, right? I recommend that in order to learn this, I guess there are a lot of practice to be done by you, and these practice, I guess, would definitely help you in improving your this and stress. You can anywhere you can contact me. I am Dr. Jatin Kapadia. You will definitely find out me in case you want to learn. I'll welcome all the students of this. In case there are certain doubts and clearance you want it, then I have also resources where you can go and check it, and then you may do this thing. Fine. So this stress and intonations plays a vital role in public speaking, right? And it's not only public speaking as a teachers. If you when you are explaining this to your students, and if you are not good in this, I would say there are chances that your students might not get you, right? So this you need to understand, I would say. Yes, and I always wish that students get to this. I believe that stress and intonation will only work when you have this urge of learning languages. When you see the motive that, okay, I want to make my career in so and so field, and there are chances that you may come up with something else, right? So, my dear students, this was my brief PPT, I guess, and I wish that you definitely understand. And this is one technical medium that we understand. Apart from that, there are n number of ways can be learned, but always expose yourself. Yes, fight this nervousness in learning this, and stress and intonation you will become very much easy as long as these examples are there. Fine. Thank you very much. I would like to finish this little presentation over here. Have a great day. Have a great time. Thank you.